am back. I am back. I am back. Like I said, Happy New Year, guys. We are 1 hour into the new year, and I hope that your new year is treating you well. That was my old live. Sorry, guys. So I hope that your body is treating you well. I hope that your mind is treating you well, that your heart, mind, and soul is as well. So happy new year to you all. We are 1 hour into the new year. And guys, I just wanted to come here and give you guys a little bit of optimism, strength, and hope while we celebrate the new year, right? So what are some things that you guys can do in order to make sure that your new year is right? Well, guys, I'm going to give you that information. So this information is coming to you from a 3-time author, best-selling, a forex trader, a podcaster, as well as a destiny vibration coach. And the reason why I chose to say that I am a destiny vibration coach is based on the clients that I've been working with in the last few weeks, right? Well, last few months, I should say. And what we have done is learned how to increase our frequency to manifest a better energy in order to get better results, right? We all want better results. We all want more with our lives, right? A lot of times we're not satisfied with what we have because we know that we can do so much more. So the reason why that's so important and the reason why I wanted to make sure you guys hear this is because there's so many things that we can do in order to make sure that this year is the best year. I know we always say, oh, this year is going to be my best year ever. Guys, you know good and well that that year prior was not going to be a best year because you didn't have everything in place that you needed to have in place to make it the best year ever, right? So let me share with you some cards that one of my sorority sisters got me. These cards are the absolute best. They're called stress less cards, right? And the reason why I love these is because at any given day, you can just like shuffle these, right? And then make them your deck for the week, right? And what I learned with these cards is there's so many things that you cannot change, right? There's so many things that are going to so many things that's going to happen in your life that you're not going to emotionally like, but you have to logically accept. And some of those things are getting rid of people in your life in 2021. Guys, listen, let me tell you something. There are people who we had in our lives, whether it was for a season, a long haul, or for moments in time. And we have to understand that they were there for a specific reason, and that's it. We have to stop holding on to people, places, and things that were only meant to be there for a season. And when I say for a season, I mean a season. A lot of times people come in our lives and we want to keep them forever, and we can't. Listen, Nipsey said it best. Never stop grinding and cherish no possessions. And in cherishing no possessions, that also means not to hold on to people. People are not things. People are not possessions. People are not puppies. Like if people want to go, you have to let them go. But you also have to understand when it is time to let go of people. So who are the 5 type of people that you need to let go in your life? You got to get rid of the scabs. Scabs are people who come to your life, right? Now y'all need to hear this because this is so true. And a lot of you guys have scabs in your life that you need to stop picking and letting heal and latch onto you and let them go. Say it with me, let them go. So there's 5 types of people you have to let go of. Number 1 are the scabs. The scabs are people who come and they seem protective, they seem healing, they seem like they're supposed to be there, right? And then after a while, they start to hurt, right? And then after they start to hurt, they start to peel, and then they begin to itch, which means they're irritating you, which means there's something with their energy and your energy that is not aligning, and then eventually they fall off. Right? Scabs are not meant to be there forever, and neither are those people. So scabs are people that you need to eventually let fall off and stay off. Stop trying to reattach the scab. Stop trying to re-hurt yourself so those people could be back in your life. Okay? It could be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a business partnership, whatever. When you have a scab in your life, they are not meant to stay. Stop hurting yourself over and over again in order for that scab to stay. It's not going to. It's meant to do exactly what it's supposed to do. Heal for a moment. It'll irritate, which means it's time to go, and then fall off. Okay? So you want to get rid of the, hey, Tanya, get rid of the scabs in your life. Person number 2 that you need to get rid of. Those woe is me, po is me. Stop letting them latch onto you. The people who have absolutely no intentions on doing anything better, no intentions on growing, no intentions on trying to further their existence, you have got to get rid of them. If you are moving into 2020 with purpose, if you're moving into 2020 with a destiny, and you're moving into 2020 with something in mind that's bigger and scarier than you ever attached yourself to, you cannot have the woe is me, woe is me in your life, because they're going to distract you. They're going to emotionally drain you, and they're going to make you feel bad about being successful. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Person number 3, the third type of person that you need to get out of your life are the use and abusers. Guys, we all have them. And sometimes for most of us, we've been those people too, right? And whether you use a person for physical, emotional, financial, whatever, spiritual, let them go. The same way people dropped you, you have to do the same thing. And it's not because you're being mean. It's not because you think you're better than. But there's a point in our lives where we have to say, you have used and abused me enough, right? So I had somebody who lived in a whole different coast. And this person would always call me and be like, I need help with this. I need help with that. I need help with this. Can you pay for this? Can you help that? And I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, wait a minute. Every time I post a trade, they call me with something, right? And then eventually it was, well, I guess I got to call my so-and-so so they can help me pay for my laundry. And I'm like, well, didn't I Cash App you like $80 to do your laundry? Then it's like, oh, yeah, but listen, get rid of the users and abusers. They are not there for any good. And they're going to make you feel bad when you cut the well dry. They're going to make you feel bad when you tighten up the purse. Don't let that happen, okay? Don't let that happen. And some users just jumped on and jumped off. Bye, y'all, because you know who you are. See, one thing I learned about me is my energy, right, knows how to call out stuff, and other people whose energies are being combated can't handle it, right? Hey, Elegant Granny, Happy New Year. We are back. We are back. We are back. So far we talked about getting rid of the scabs in your life, getting rid of the woe is me, po is me, get rid of the people who are using you, the users and abusers. Number 4, right? Get rid of the impersonating agents, right? There are people who are going to come into your life that's going to try to make a direct carbon copy of you, try to make a reasonable facsimile of you. They're going to try to be you, but in their own skin. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that that's impossible. We know that those people cannot exist on their own. So what happens? What do? You have got to get rid of them. You have got to tell them that, listen, right? I'm flattered that that imitation is there. But guys, it becomes dangerous when a person tries to imitate you to the point where they're mad when they can't be you. And now that they can't be you, they have no use for you. I think that went over some people's heads. Right? That happened to me recently. Yes, the power of the snip is a deliverer. Listen, man, I went through that recently. And honey, when I tell you that hurt, it hurt. I noticed that if I did something, that person did something. If I posted something, that person posted something. If I joined this, that person joined this. If this person, and not saying people joining you is bad, but what are the motives behind it, right? When I wore something, they wore something. When I said something, they said something. And then eventually when they lost their own identity, it was like, oh, I got to let go. Really, right? So it's like you have to understand when people impersonate you to the point where they get mad when they can't be you. Don't expect them to be in your life that long, because at the end of the day, right, when that happens, that means that that person wasn't there for the right reason. They were there because something about you attracted you to them, and because they cannot be you, now they start to despise you. That can be very dangerous, right? So beware of the power of the impersonator, right? That impersonation syndrome is real. And sometimes people, because they haven't developed a life of their own outside of specific things, they have no other recourse but to try to be you. Okay, so if that situation is happening, like, of course, imitation is flattery. Of course, I'm going to emulate things that some people who are successful do. But when it gets to the point where now you're trying to walk, talk, and act like that person, that's when it becomes some old single white female type of stuff. Remember that movie when she tried to do everything like her? Or even like Bad Moms Christmas, when the mom tried to cut her hair to be like the daughter. When it gets to that point, guys, You have got to let go and cut the cord, okay? The last type of person that you need to be around is a person who wants to stay stuck and victimized. Some people enjoy being the victim. I'm saying it again. Some people enjoy being the victim. Why? Because there's no accountability with being a victim. There's no accountability with them, so, being able to cry on someone's shoulder and always be the one who was hurt and something being used. And then, listen, it can't be everybody. It can't be everybody. Everybody can't be the one to harm you. If you see that you're getting the same exact results over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? That means that you are the issue, not them. They don't realize that they're draining themselves more than the one that they're exactly. And then when they lose themselves, they get mad. When their family and friends say, babe, you're not the same person, or sis, you're not the same person, now they're mad at the person they were trying to imitate. That's absolutely insanity. But again, we know what insanity is. Doing the same thing, expecting different results. Victimization is addicting if you don't watch out. It absolutely is. And I believe it's in the DSM-5, right? Because people now, they love getting the attention of being a victim. They love getting that, oh my gosh, I can't believe someone would do that to you. But if you see the pattern, and that everybody does the same exact thing, that person has to realize on the other side that, you know what, it's not this person being a victim. This person is a victimizer. Right? And it's so easy, especially when the person's soft-spoken, especially if the person's well-mannered, especially if the person professes to be certain things. It's so easy to think that they're being victimized, but daggone it, they're not. Right? Look at the track record. Look at the pattern. And when you see that it's over and over again, guys, it's not that. So the 5 people stay away from: victims, right? The one who victimizes, the one who imitates until they lose themselves. The po is me, the woe is me, right? Remember that. The user and abuser, and the scabs, right? The scab can be all of these people all in one, because once again, what happens with a scab? It latches onto the skin when it thinks it is healing, right? It irritates, which means your energy is being disrupted. And then it falls off where it belongs, in the trash, right? That's where it's supposed to be. So let's not get caught up in that. So first off, how do you stress less? I'm going to read a couple of these cards because these are really, really nice. This one says, breathe 10 times. Close your eyes, breathe 10 times in and out, and concentrate. Imagine when you breathe in that it reaches all the way to your pelvis and lifts up your abdomen. When breathing out, let the air come out all the way from the lower abdomen and pelvis. Do this 10 times slowly. You can also count the times in your head. Stress makes us breathe shallowly with our diaphragm and the only chest top of your lungs. This is the way your body isn't getting the complete oxygen it needs, and this is what affects your personal strength, right? When I read things like that, it makes me feel happy, because that means that I am on to something, right? And these cards are meant for you to do when you think that you are about to explode, right? Read a few more. Feel your body. I like this one. Close your eyes and feel your body. Just feel it. Don't do anything special. Concentrate on different parts of your body: the soles of your feet, your thighs, your stomach, your diaphragm, lungs, back, neck, and face, as well as your head. Give each part of your body attention as you stop there. Use 5 to 10 minutes for your whole entire body. When you pay attention to your body and pay attention to yourself, the feelings in your body and all, it's a bit like going to the water with a flower. When you listen to the needs of your body, you can respond to them better. Guys, let me tell you something. These cards, I forgot how many of them are in here, but these cards are absolutely positively needed. It says it contains 50 easy and effective exercises for stopping your stress reaction. So my thing is, hey, 1 a week, and just focus on that for the entire week. The next one is this book, The Anxiety Check-In, right? You don't have to have depression or anxiety to be able to use this book, right? So it's basically like, how would you like to grow in the next year? How has mental health evolved over the years, right? It's a journal guide to help support you through mental health. And guys, after 2020, we all of us have some form of mental health, some form of PTSD, depression, anxiety, or something after the year that we just experienced. So let's start off easy. How do you feel today? On a scale of 1, complete sugar honey iced tea, or 10, pretty damn great, how has your mental health been? Right? When you do journal exercises like this, you have got to be 1000% honest with yourself. You can't lie to yourself. You can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself, right? You got to make sure that you are taking care of you. And doing that means that you have to be 1000% authentic with yourself and say, listen, I feel pretty jacked up today, right? Or I feel pretty darn good, right? And then share it, journal it, chronicle it. Put it on paper. Share exactly why you feel that way. Share exactly why you don't feel that way. What are some ways that you can look that weakness in the face and turn it around? Like if you were your own best sister girl or your best homie, what would you tell that person on the other side that's telling you, I feel depressed when, I feel sad when, I feel upset when, I feel empowered when? What would you tell one of your good friends when they give you those phrases and then something after it? And then you have to tell yourself the same thing, okay? Put all of this on paper. I bet you whoever journaled during 2020 has a best-selling novel right now. I promise they do. Because all of the stuff that we've been through this year, there's no way in the world that you're going to tell me that you did not get something from it. Right? This is all a learning experience and a lesson. One of my friends, she put down, what did 2020 teach you? Well, what did 2020 teach me? 2020 taught me that people that you call friends may not be. We have made the word friends and the phrase I love you so cliche-ish, right? That it doesn't mean spit anymore. And that people are like, oh, girl, I love you, girl. You my girl, you my friend. But then behind your back, they're ready to stab it, right? I remember back then you had to earn being somebody's friend. You just wasn't somebody's friend because it was a Friday and you had a purple shirt on. They became your friend because you went through some stuff together, right? And you made it through the other side where you can profess that that person is your ride or die and your friend, right? A lot of us call people our friends that we don't even know, right? I made that mistake, y'all. I was like, oh, this is my sister girl. This is my kid's aunt. And all along, that person did not have my best intentions in mind. As a matter of fact, this person not only didn't have my best intention in mind, but to this day, this person is trying to find ways to like play victim, right? And when people said, ooh, girl, that doesn't even sound like Sean because blah, blah, blah. And now they were like, now they don't speak to them. Yes, ma'am. I did 2 journals in 2020. I have so many ideas from them I'm about to implement. Girl, I think you should. I absolutely think you should because at the end of the day, 2020 was a clusterfuck for a lot of us, right? And we grew from it. We had to grow from it. I had to grow losing 2 of my most important people. And I have to just keep them memorialized, like right here on my, let me put them where I can see them on my desk, right? I had to make them memorialized on my desk because at the end of the day, this is all I have left is this, right? And memories. And it's like, it sucks that they're not here anymore, right? It sucks that the people that you rely on aren't here. I told someone, whoever you love in your life, whether it's a friend, a family member, a loved one, or whatever, tell them that you love them because God is calling his angels home on an exponential, all right, Sloan, calm down, on an exponential rate, right? He's not playing. He's taking people home on a daily basis. Guys, I'm going to do a scope one day when I tell you some of the most weirdest things as far as my energy has done as it relates to absolutely insane. But they say love is energy and energy doesn't die, right? So it's only expected, right? I'll share one thing real quick. So I was listening to Wu-Tang one day, right? And, I like Wu-Tang. I mean, who doesn't, right? Method Man, the RZA, the Jizzy, ODB, Inspector Det, Raekwon, the Chef, Wu-Tang. I mean, Wu God, You God and all of them. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm listening to Wu, and Ice Cream came on from Meth, right? So now the backdrop behind the song Ice Cream, I used to sing that, right? And you see him messing with me, right? Girl. And he was like, really, Sean? Really? You're going to sing that song? Right? So I'm in a part where, it gets a little explicit. And it was straight static right? It was like, and I'm like, how the heck is my Alexa giving me static like it was a radio station, right? And true story, y'all, I kid you not. My son was there and he was just like, Mom, what happened? I'm like, right? So it went to static. Hey, Bella. So now the door comes. So it went to pure static, guys. I'm talking like, and I'm like, what the heck? Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. The song would not, I mean, the static wouldn't stop. All of a sudden, this part from A Lot, 21 Savage, the part where he says, I love you, but is singing it, I love you, right? That came on, it cut off, and then that was it, and Alexa went off. And I'm like, that was no one but Salam, right? No one but him. But it was just absolutely, I thought it was beautiful, scary as all get up, but it was beautiful when that happened. So of course I told my sister girl, Trefania. Of course I told a couple of my other girlfriends, and they said, all of them said the same thing, right? So when people leave us in the physical, it's because, you know, they did their work. They did what they agreed to do, and it was just on borrowed time thereafter. And the hardest part about losing people in the physical is more or less selfish than it is anything else, right? Because it's like you want to call them, you want to text them. I can't tell you how many times I was about to text him or call my aunt, only remember that they're not going to pick up, right? And as difficult as that is, I also respect the fact that they're right next to me somewhere, right? And it manifests through a lot of different things, right? So in 2021, I'm going to pick a card. Meditate in the loo. When you use a bathroom, leave your thoughts outside. They'll be waiting for you when you come back in. In the bathroom, take time to breathe deep breaths, and if possible, close your eyes for a while. When you wash your hands, do it with nice warm water. Wash them thoroughly and let the water flow. If you get a thought, throw it to the other side of the door and tell it to wait right there. During those tiny little times, repetitive breaks, you get a break from your thought, concentrate on the present moment, which will ease your mind, body, and soul, right? But I want to find something else that I could read that I think is germane to what I'm talking about. See how to speak to yourself. This is a good one. Close your eyes, listen to your thoughts speaking to you. For example, how you speak to yourself if your inner self is talking negative, how bad you are criticizing wrong beliefs. It takes a lot of strength. Listen to your inner voice like the radio. Don't get caught up in a particular thought or take it to the next level. Just observe them. When you don't identify with your thoughts, they can take control over you at any given time and take away all of your strength. When you can let yourself loose from the power of thought, you will experience a present moment and reduce stress. Guys, let me tell you something. Stress is an understatement for most of us that has experienced 2020, right? It has. This one popped out. Go to the center of yourself. Close your eyes. If there was a center in you, where would it be? Look for it and keep your attention to it. If the center feels small, imagine it growing like a balloon. It's difficult. If it's difficult for you to find your center, look for it in peace. When you find it, rest in it and breathe. Stay there for about 5 to 10 minutes. By returning to your center regularly, you have a better recognition of your emotions, feelings, and needs. And not when you're just serving others, because you'll feel more powerful. I think that is juxtaposed to what's going on, because, oh my gosh, this one was the one that I was about to put away, and it says space travel. So for those who understand energy, you'll understand this with the orbs and everything. Close your eyes. Imagine that you could space travel like that, rising from up where you are and seeing the whole place from above. Actually, you could go so high you could see the limits of the city, the country, and then the earth. Everything gets smaller as you go higher. But when you feel good, stop right there. Look at the place where you are. How does everything look from there? How do you feel from a distance? Stay in that space position for 5 to 10 minutes and then come down. From a distance, things, situations start to look smaller than a negative reaction, and it lessens, right? Listen, guys, I can't tell you how important that is for you to be able to find a small spot in your room, your bathroom, or something. I don't mean like how moms, when we hide in the bathroom because we have nowhere else to go because our kids are following us. I'm talking about find a moment in time where you can just do you, have fun, and think and breathe, right? Like get the chimes, get some relaxing music, get something that's going to make you, you know, so I said make you manifest and vibrate to a higher frequency, right? Make it where you have no choice but to find something special and something significant, right? Find a way for you just to escape from reality just for 1 second. And look what reality can look like if you just focus and just stay in line with your inner thoughts, right? That's what's going to help you, right? So when I say words from a 2-time, 3-time author, I'm not saying that to be grandiose. When I say words from a Forex trainer, guys, expand your mind and do something different with it. Learn a viable skill that you'll never lose. Coming from a podcast, I like to talk. But being a destiny vibration coach, I'm telling you, is going to give you an opportunity to manifest much higher by you being able to change your frequency. The same way you would change your radio station if you don't like the song, you can change the frequency and vibration that you're in order for you to do what you have to do. So guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching this new year. Ed, I am already famous, right? I'm good. Thank you so much, love. Yes, guys, let's just find ways to vibrate higher, to have an amazing new year. 2021 will be your year, but you have to say it. I'm so happy and grateful that 2021 will be my best year ever, and that I am successful, that I am grateful for all the blessings that have been invoked and bestowed upon. And not only that, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, make it like it already has happened, so that way you don't have to pretend that it happened, right? Make it in your mind that it's already happened, so that way you can experience it. Guys, have an amazing, amazing new year. You all have the greatest. I wanted to keep this under a half hour because I know you guys got other things to do bringing in your new year. But always remember to be kind and gentle to yourself as well as one another. And guys, just don't forget, stop beating yourself up. 2021 already beat the living crap out of all of us. Now it's time for you to enjoy life. It's time for you to smell the roses. It's time for all the sneak disses and all that. Listen, man, if you don't like someone, just delete them, block them, get rid of them. But all the sneak disses, sneak posts and innuendos and latent content and camera shots, listen, man, are we in high school? Because if we're not, grow the hell up. Do something different with your life. Vibrate higher. The people who you're trying to sneak this aren't even thinking about you. The people that you're trying to throw camera shots at are praying for you. The people that you think that you're getting over are definitely ones who used to be on your side, because most people look at the 20% instead of 80%. And then when they realize that the grass is actually never going to be green on the side that you're on, that's when change is going to have to happen. So guys, enjoy your new year. Take care of yourselves for now. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.